Hello children. Now in this electricity chapter I am presenting you what is meant by electric potential and the potential difference. Okay, this point is very much important in the entire electricity chapter. Okay, here I have presented some important points for your reference. The first point we should see is what makes the electric charge to flow. In the earlier two videos I have presented, I I mentioned clearly the flow of charge in metallic wires, metallic conductor, which leads to the flow of current. That is what is electrical current definition. Rate of flow of charge carriers. So how the charge is moving inside this metallic wires? Yeah, we take just one small piece of wire, 1 inch wire, in which I want to pass electricity through it. I took a 1 inch pipe, 1 inch metallic wire, 1 inch length of metallic wire, and I want to pass electricity through it. Is it possible if there is no provision to pass the charge carrier to the wire, how the charge carriers move ahead? That is what here I am mentioning. Charges do not flow in a copper wire by themselves. Charges never flow in a copper wire by themselves. Just as in the case of Newton's first law of motion, force is required to move from one object from its original position. For any kind of displacement, the force is required. Similarly, here, what makes the charge carriers move ahead here? The charge carriers by themselves, they never move. Okay, unless there is some source. There is some source in order to complete the action. For flow of charges in a conducting metallic wire, gravity does not come into the picture here. Gravity has no role to play. It means that in that small 1 inch wire, the gravity never helps the charge carriers to go ahead. Gravity will not be involved in this complete action. And what makes the electrons move? What makes the electrons move? The electrons move only when there is some difference in electric potential, electric pressure. Electrons, charge carriers or electrons move only when there is a difference in electric pressure, which is called potential difference along the conductor. The difference in electric pressure, we are naming it here as a potential difference. Potential difference, I clearly presented the definition also. The potential difference may be produced by a battery. The potential difference may be produced by a battery consisting of one or more cells. For example, in electric circuits, we see some batteries connected in a series like this. So this is one battery, second battery, third battery, plus and minus, and plus and minus, plus and minus. So ultimately for total battery, this lead is a positive and this lead is a negative. Here, more than one batteries are connected in order to fulfill the action. So the electrons move only when there is a difference in the electric pressure, which is called potential difference along the conductor. This potential difference may be produced by a battery also consisting of one or more cells. That is what I presented you there. When the cell is connected to a conducting circuit element, conducting circuit element here, here if we complete this circuit, here if we complete this circuit here, just as in the previous one, this is ammeter and this is voltmeter, this is a bulb, and this is battery, and this is the key. Okay, here all the parts involved I have presented once again. So when the cell is connected, to a conducting circuit element, the PD, the potential difference, sets the charges in motion. When the circuit is connected to a battery, then only the action takes place. The source of energy, battery or any other kind of source of energy, then only the circuit is ready to see the flow of charge through the circuit in the conductor and produces electric current. For this effect, the cell has to expend its chemical energy stored in it. So in order to complete all this action, the battery has to expend some energy of it. It will lose some of its energy. Yeah, just as in torchlights, if we use quite a number of times the torchlight, the batteries may last for 2 or 3 months, that's all, nothing more than that. So if we purposely use them by removing the batteries quite a number of times, the life may be more. But even if we remove the battery and keep it in idle position, the process goes on inside, and ultimately the life of the battery goes down gradually. Okay, here, that is why I mentioned here, for this effect the cell has to expend its chemical energy stored in it. Anode and cathode will be there, the flow of charge carriers will flow towards the both electrodes is a continuous process. Thereby the capacity of the battery goes down continuously because of this expend of its energy. The potential difference between 2 points, I mentioned the potential difference between 2 points of a conducting wire is defined as the work done to move a unit charge from one point to the other. How much work we have to provide to move a unit charge from one point to the other. That is why in the previous example I took a 1 inch wire and I want to send the charge from this point to this point, and what will be the work that I want. From that I want to define the potential difference. So the potential difference by definition says that it is the work done to move a unit charge from one point to the other. I think it is clear for you. I want to move the charge from A to B. For which I have to do some work. I have to do means here the charge carrier, the potential difference, the external pressure, that is the difference in electric pressure we mentioned here. Difference in electric pressure, that is called the potential difference. You see, difference in electric pressure. I have to apply electric pressure on this charge so that it advances to the point B, for which I have to apply electric pressure, that is the potential difference. And so, in order to move the charge carrier from position A to position B, I have to apply some work done. The work done must be work must be done in that process. Okay? And for how much charge, in order to move one, for example, if I want to push a brick, I do a little bit of work. If I want to push 10 bricks, little more work I have to. If I want to push a tractor load of bricks, I have to apply very much pressure. For me alone, it is not so easy. That's why here the potential difference is being defined as the work done per charge. Defined as the work done to move a unit charge from the one point to the other. Work done to move a unit charge from one point to the other. That is why here the definition says potential difference which is measured in volts, it is defined as work done by charge. Okay, work done by charge. SI units of potential difference is equal to volt. Here I have mentioned. SI standard institutions in units of potential difference is a volt. This is named after Alexander Volta, after the invention of this phenomena. So 1 volt is the potential difference. 1 volt is the potential difference between the 2 points in a current carrying conductor when 1 joule of work is done. 1 joule of the work is done to move a charge of 1 coulomb from one place to the other. So 1 volt is being defined as, it is the potential difference between 2 points in a current carrying conductor, when 1 joule, here how much we are applying the pressure here, 1 joule of work done. 1 joule of work is done here in order to move the charge 1 coulomb of charge. Here charge is 1 coulomb and work done is equal to 1 joule. Okay, 1 joule of work is done in order to move 1 coulomb of charge from point A to B. That is the definition of the volt. Okay, and here it is being mentioned here, you see, 1 volt is equal to 1 joule by 1 coulomb. 1 volt is equal to 1, work done will be in joules only. The units of work done is joules. Okay, the unit of work done is joules. From which the definition of potential difference is equal to 1 PD is equal to work done by, in order to move a unit charge. Okay, so 1 volt is equal to 1 joule by 1 coulomb. Charge, units of charge is equal to coulomb now. Since it is the 1 volt is equal to 1 joule coulomb inverse. 1 joule coulomb inverse. And what instrument is being used to measure this potential difference? What instrument is used to measure this potential difference? There is one particular meter, that is a voltmeter. Voltmeter, it is actually connected in parallel of a electric circuit. Previously, ammeter we come across, which is connected in a series of this electric circuit, whereas here the voltmeter is connected in parallel to the current electric circuit. Okay, the difference between ammeter and voltmeter is, you see, ammeter is connected in series and voltmeter is connected in parallel in electric circuits. Okay, thank you.